And two eminent guests are joining me to take forward the conversation on the great Indian election. Praful Ketkar, editor, organizer, and Bipin Sharma, senior political analyst. Good evening and welcome to both of you. Praful, with the poll dates announced, hectic electioneering season will begin now. Now, in the larger perspective, how do you see the significance of this edition of general elections in India? Praful, we can't hear you. Could you check if you've muted the system?
यहाँ पे टेबल नहीं है यार कोई मैंने तो
No, we can't hear you as yet, Praful. All right, Praful, you check the systems. We'll also check it at our end. Bipin, if I can come to you, let me bring the questions to you. In the broader perspective, the significance of these elections where over 900 million citizens are set to exercise their franchise.
Undoubtedly, you see, this festival of democracy and India being the world's largest democracy, and now with the official announcement by the Election Commission of India to the elections to the 18th Lok Sabha. So I think the poll bugle has been sounded, and no political party would like to miss this opportunity. They would like to go for the kill. And as far as the model code of conduct is concerned, that definitely has come into place from today. So it's expected that the political parties, their cadre, they adhere to all the guidelines, the directives. And needless to say, I mean, as stated very clearly by the Chief Election Commissioner, Rajiv Kumar, that there is no scope, there is no place for communal speeches, for fake narratives. And as far as social media is concerned, responsible behavior is expected on the part of citizens, all the political parties and their representatives. So I think it's all evenly poised now. And as a 7-phase election, and starting from April 19th, and then, of course, the judgment day, which is going to be June 4th. So, I would say that as far as BJP is concerned, which is the world's largest democratic party, so for them, of course, it's a do or die. And as Prime Minister Modi welcomed the official announcement today, he made it amply clear that they will, their work speaks louder than anything else. So I think very interesting for the Indian voters, and especially for the first-time voters and the young voters in the age bracket of 20 to 29. So I think it's very interesting.
A great focus there, you rightly mentioned, on young voters and first-time voters. And given the mammoth electoral exercise that we are heading towards, how do you also see the measures put in place by the Election Commission to enhance voter participation, because that truly is the yardstick to measure the success of any elections?
Absolutely. No second thought about that, because awareness ever since Election Commission of India came into existence. So they've gone that extra mile in order to spread awareness about people stepping out of their comfort zone to cast their ballot, their vote. And every vote matters, and it's imperative on the part of the citizens to play their part in this festival of democracy, because if they don't do that, then they are solely responsible, because then they have absolutely no business to blame once if the ruling dispensation fails to come up to their expectations. So I think for them, for every citizen, it's a golden opportunity to step out of their comfort zone and then choose the candidate of their choice, depending on what they deem the best.
Right. Praful, I'm told you're connected with us now. Now, as the election season is all set to begin with the announcement of dates, the question that I was putting to you, what according to you would really make this season stand apart from the previous elections?
See, Shwendu, one important aspect, any election in India is nothing less than festival, but the general elections, you just see the numbers. 97 crore people who are registered voters, around 1.8 as the first time voters, more than 10 lakh booths, where these EVMs will be installed. So these sheer numbers show what kind of democracy we are. Secondly, this is different from earlier versions simply because the way new polarizations, political polarizations have taken place. When BJP has, clearly coming out and asking for re-election and mandate, one on Prime Minister Modi's leadership and persona, two on the performance of his government, and three, the kind of alliances that BJP has stitched. On the other hand, the India alliance, the opposition alliance that has tried to come out with a one-to-one kind of contest against BJP, that has largely failed to give that kind of contest in most of the areas, except to some kind of understanding in Delhi and some parts of Gujarat and Himachal between Congress and AAP. All other places they are seeing a kind of some kind of friction in UP. It will be very interesting. The largest state, Uttar Pradesh, where Congress and Samajwadi Party has come together and they are trying to give a fight. But again, the Bahujan Samaj Party, because last time it was the SP-BSP combination that tried to give fight to BJP, which had a slight, decline in BJP's total seats in Uttar Pradesh. So it will be again Bengal and the southern part, especially when TDP and BJP is coming together to form an alliance with Janasena. Also, Tamil Nadu is the one area where BJP is trying to gain some kind of ground. So I think this is going to be very, very interesting election, especially the southern part and the Bengal and the northeast area.
Right. Bipin, let me come to you. Your thoughts on the principal contest that we're looking at. Prime Minister Modi-led NDA and the Indie Alliance. How do you weigh their strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, well, because every political party leaves no stone unturned, and elections are dependent on primarily two factors. One is strategy, and one is how you are able to forge your alliances, how you get the support of your alliance partners. And so I think as of now, as the situation stands today, I think the tide is heavily tilted in favor of NDA bloc, and there is no doubt that they have delivered, and they have plethora of good things to show on their report card. And the fact that India is today the world's fifth largest economy, that speaks volumes for itself. And the fact that we are truly on the threshold of becoming Atmanirbhar, the clarion call for made in India, made for the world, has done wonders. And it's generated widespread awareness. And then gone are the days when we used to lay emphasis on trade. Now is the era, and the focus is on manufacturing. And then the record GST collection. The fact that today we are giving more impetus to exports than imports, because earlier we used to be very ignorant of the fact that the quantity of imports that we are doing compared to the exports that were being done. So there is a stringent check on that. So, in India, there is no denying the fact that India is mother of all democracies, women-led development. And the G20 Delhi Declaration, that was a watershed moment. So all these will truly play a very pivotal role in these elections. And of course, the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha and the construction of the Ram Mandir temple. So that, I think, will be definitely the master stroke. And which political party would like to miss out on their pluses? So I think BJP definitely would like to, capitalize on their pluses. And I think if they are now confident of crossing the 370 mark, So I think they have plenty of work that they have delivered on ground zero.
Okay, Praful, if we talk about the electioneering as a process, the Election Commission gives out the mammoth number of over 900 million, 97 crore eligible voters. Also underlines the challenges in these elections and categorized under the letter M. There's muscle power, there's money power, there's misinformation, and of course the model code of conduct violations as they take place in various areas. How do you assess these challenges in the run-up to the elections?
These have been challenges, Shivendu, since in every democracy. But what has changed now is with the penetration of technology, the data, the kind of misinformation that can be, or disinformation rather, that can be easily spread through various platforms, not just social media platforms, but even the platforms like WhatsApp, where any kind of information either regarding the candidate or regarding the party or certain issue. The kind of, the social fragmentation or divisions that are, subtly played around. Even now, international players are very much interested in Indian democracy. And the way now, various think tanks, various media houses, they try to play roles to malign Indian democracy or raise up certain issues which are actually very difficult for them to understand. So it will be very interesting how do we deal with it. But I think as a democracy, we are matured enough to deal with all these kind of challenges. And I believe Election Commission will take stringent measures to implement model code of conduct for each and every political party in a very so that the elections are conducted in a free and fair manner.
And Praful, in the context of misinformation, the Election Commission making a passionate appeal that the controversies around EVMs should be put to rest?
Oh, absolutely. I think that is the most, the biggest disservice anybody, any person, intellectual, media person or political party activist, if raising doubt about the basic mechanism, because this is the very system that has delivered a mandate either ways. If we see, the elections of Karnataka and Telangana, if elections, the EVMs were hacked, it would have been gone in Congress' favor. So this is really, really disservice if creating doubt in the minds of voters about IBMs or even Election Commission. Forget about EVMs. There are certain players who are trying to raise doubt about the, Election Commission is the most tested agency that we have created, and world over it is a respected institution. Most of the elections, it is Indian Election Commission or Election Commission of India that has gone out and helped out other countries to establish their own election machinery. So I think we should be proud of this mechanism, and we should help out and play a constructive role in making the entire electoral exercise free and fair and truly celebrate the festival of democracy.
On that note, thank you, Praful Ketkar, Bipin Sharma, for joining us on the News Hour and sharing your perspective.
Thank you.